Ladies and gentlemen, would you Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome to the stage your host for this evening is John Carruthers! Just felt wrong. Those stairs. How are we doing, Martha? Hey! Are we well? Hey! How many of you were here last time? Well, tonight we guarantee 22% new material, so for the rest of you that haven't been here before, this will seem new. This is like when you're trying to get new customers and they give you a good deal, and the people that have been with you for so long are left with the shit. I mean, I guarantee they may as well have just recorded this big last time and just watched it in their leisure. But the good thing is it's for charity! Yay! Excellent, it's for Brookmyre. Does everyone know which Brookmyre is? Does everyone know which Brookmyre is? Excellent. We've got QR codes and stuff here, and we can come up and it'll really help my ego if I think you're taking photos of me but in actual fact, you're trying to get the old QR code. The QR code is my friend. Nobody ever wants to take a photo of me anymore. No, I am gutted because I look at myself constantly in the mirror and go, you're a fine figure. I don't bandy words look beautiful about often, but anyone that was here last time will remember there was a slight element of nudity with me as well. Not too much. Just bottom half. Not confident enough in my top half to nobody wants to see that shit show. This is a sight. You're not going to get that tonight. Unless you come to the after show party. Yeah, because the last time we were at Moffat, we just went, I wish we'd just stayed. I wish we had just booked accommodation and stayed, because it was such a good night and we just wanted it to continue. So this time a few of us have booked a hotel, so some of them are going back home. Yeah. People with responsibilities. Families that love them. But a fair few of us are hanging about after to check out Moffat. So I don't know if you guys are staying out after, but we are. I need to head up the road quite early tomorrow, and I decided just to stay up. So there's that, hit the road at 6:30 tomorrow. 19-year-old John said, do you know what 19-year-old John would do? I said, why is 19-year-old John talking about himself in the third person? That's between me and me. Me write this down. Right, so 19-year-old me said, do you know what 19-year-old John would do? And I said, I don't remember what 19-year-old John would do. There's a reason for that. 19-year-old John coasted through his life with no thought of repercussion whatsoever. That's what you should do tonight in Moffat. I said, 19-year-old John, you're so wise. What has become of me? why did I settle down? But tonight, I may not look like 19-year-old John anymore. Well, I still do. Where it counts. The knees. But I'm going to live like 19-year-old John for one night only. Are we up for it, Moffat? Yes! I sometimes host a gig in Glasgow, and they now invariably cut me off at the bar 3/4 of the way through. And that's what I'm aiming for tonight. Who's with me? Yes! Let's do this. Oh, yeah, it's really embarrassing when the bar manager will say no more for you and then still expect you to come do 45 minutes of comedy. Especially when you're drunk already and it just turns into a 40-minute rant about how shite the bar staff. I didn't think there's anything wrong with me, but who's rest of the world? Then those bastards over there cut me off. And then I say, the bar's actually over there, so. So usually, at the beginning of the night, it's my job as the host to find out more about all of you. But I've just worked under the assumption that you're all just feed off it. So it's just easier to talk about me. Because I'd be lying if I cared about it. I mean, it's like when you go to a gig, see when you go to a gig and you go to the hydro and then like 9 Inch Nails or I don't know who, right, says, do you know what, Glasgow's your favourite city to play in? And you're going, yeah, you're talking shit. But Moffat is my favourite. It is, it's... Up until tonight, 100% of my gigs in Moffat were phenomenal. And it's really up to how warmly you guys receive us tonight, and how up for comedy, and how excited you are, and how much you clap and you cheer, and how much money we raise for this fantastic charity. For me to keep that 100%, or it's going to drop down to 50, which sounds terrible. That's just, I should have come back just with 100% of the gigs. I've set myself up for a fall now. It's a significant drop. That is my alarm. Warning me to take my heart pills. No, because the last time I was here I was supposed to do 10 minutes and did 40. And alas, I also had an alarm on that time too. And at the 10-minute mark I went, alright, that's nearly my time. Let me just tell you a quick 30-minute story. So we're not going to do that tonight because the next time I'm not going to bring any other comedians, it's just going to be Liz. You up for that? Some of you are. I feel like this side of the room gets me, these guys. I don't care about you guys anymore because I think you get me. See, by the end of tonight, I'm going to make every one of you love me. Probably easier for the ones that are drinking. I'm going to be like, who is drinking tonight? Yes. Who's not drinking? Are you just driving everybody home? You like the Moffat bus driver? If you could get us back as well, just be like, you need to do about 20 runs. Just get everybody. I don't mind where I end up tonight. You showed yourself up? Is that why you're not drinking? I was told that I showed myself up last time as well, but I have no recollection of that whatsoever. So guys, we do it. Was that?
I was videoed.
You were videoed? Oh, fantastic. I love it when there's evidence. Like at a Christmas night out, where there's the one person that doesn't drink, and then you get the fear and you're going to work on the Monday, and you just know that Agnes is going to come up to you and go, you or some state. Not on Monday, that'd be weird. No. But I'm from Glasgow, I work from home, so you or some state on Saturday. I'm aware of the fact that alarm has gone off, don't worry, I do have half an eye on it, so don't worry. You or some state on Saturday night, and just like, well, I should fucking hope so. Because I spent £250 on it. And if I was not some state, I would be really unimpressed. Because unless you've accidentally booked a holiday while you're past sea, looking directly at Richard, but right talking about that, unless you've done that, then £250 is quite a lot to spend in a night out, isn't it? Unless you live in Edinburgh. So we're going to get our first act up. It always feels weird me coming up talking for about 10-15 minutes and then saying get your first act up, and you should be kind of going, so what would you? I'm your fluffer. It's my job to get you excited and healed up. And you know, and there's two ways that a comedian can do this as a kind of host and an MC is you can get everyone so riled up and excited they're just like baying for more, or you can take my route and be genuinely happy when they have left. So what we're going to do is we're going to patronisingly get we practice clapping. And we're going to do that. We're going to just see how up for comedy you guys are for tonight. It's a really kind of full room, and I think you guys can give it your all. So I'm going to just kind of call on stage our first act. He's not going to come up though, because this is a practice. I'm going to call it the first act on stage, and then you guys are going to go wild. You ready for it? Right. Ladies and gentlemen, could you welcome to the stage our first act for this evening? It's Hadden O'Hara. Here's a patronising bit, right? No matter how good you were there, which was very good, it's my job now to go, I think you can do better. You could have bloodied palms and feel like something snapped in your vocal cords, and I'll kind of go, I can't hear you! So, this time, for real. We're ready? You're ready. You're like a coiled spring, son. What's your name? What's your name?
John.
John, my name's John as well. I will still forget your name. It's a curse. It's especially when I have more drinks than well. That guy over there, right? You look ready to just go. If I was in a gig in Glasgow, I'd think you were going to attack me, but I actually think you're excited, so that's good. There is time yet. And unfortunately, when I go off stage, I'm going to walk through that door, so you can have me. You can absolutely have me. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for your first? I was Act 0. Are you ready for your first act this evening? I still need to be able to say his name right. We did a fucking practice. You're going to go up on stage going, I really like the first guy, but I didn't know his name because I cheered through it. I'm not saying it's your fault, right? I've been doing this long enough that I know, but... Ladies and gentlemen, you ready for your first act? Shaking so much it said report a problem. Again! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to stage your first act for the series, Hadden O'Hara!
Hello, Buffett! Hey, my name's Hadden, as John said. I'm not a professional comedian, as I'm sure will become apparent quite quickly. I'm actually an electrical design engineer. I spend most of my time designing schools and hospitals and things like that, you know. Hey, you're welcome. Don't know why the fucking bother sometimes. And what else? People tell me I look like Jesus. Because as we all know, Jesus was a pale white man who roamed around the desert thousands of years before after sun. If you believe that, Christianity might be for you. Just might be. Give it a whirl. Thank me in the morning. I love rock and roll music, hence the guitar. But rock and roll music, it has some problems. A lot of it's quite old now. Some of the lyrics haven't aged so well. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. This is an old Rod Stewart song. It's called Hot Legs. And the second chorus goes like this. Hot legs are wearing me out. Hot legs make me scream and shout. Hot legs, are you still in school? Excuse me? Rod Stewart, sir? Rod Stewart? Did you just ask the girl that is wearing you out if she's still in school? Unacceptable, Rod Stewart. I feel like you should have asked that question before she made you scream and shout. Or maybe not at all, actually. How about you don't get in that situation, Rod Stewart, you fucking creep? Unbelievable. It's a good song, though. I do really like that song. It's not one problematic line, you know? I've got another example for you guys. This is a Status Quo song. Now, I unapologetically love Status Quo. They're one of my favourite bands. Must have seen them a dozen times live. Me and my mum down in front, giving it big licks. And, people like to make fun of Status Quo. They say that they're shy at writing songs, which is why all their songs sound the same. That is such an ignorant, smelly opinion. You know, the reason Status Quo songs all sound the same is because they are so good at writing songs. They fucking nailed it first try. Instant classic. And then released 20 albums of the same song. Genius. Anyway, one version of that song is called Long-Legged Linda. And tell me if you can spot the issue with this one. Oh, you should boogie. Oh, hang on. Oh, you should. There we go. Oh, you should boogie woogie with Linda. She dances like a dream. She acts like she's 1,000, but she's barely sweet 16. No! What the fuck? Barely? By the sounds of it, I should not boogie woogie with long-legged Linda. Jesus Christ, I'll get a name for myself. And that song starts, by the way, if you're ever in Los Angeles. Pretty sure the age is 18 in LA, in today's school. Bunch of fucking nonsense. How are they not in jail? That's because they're all dead. Except for one. See you next year, Francis. Others already bought the tickets. So I've come through from Edinburgh tonight. Did anyone make it to Edinburgh Fringe? No? None of you made it. Oh well. Well, you missed out. It's a good time, the Edinburgh Fringe. It really is. I should also ask, is there any Americans in the room before I tell the story? Any Americans?
No.
No? Good. I've been told that this story comes across as quite mean towards Americans, but I was recently dumped by an American, so I'm allowed to be mean.
Same.
But, in my case, she was also black, so buckle up. I'm joking. She is black, but I'm not now a racist. Jesus Christ. Give us some fucking credit, man. Fucking hell. Anyway, I'm at the Fringe, right? I'm standing outside a hotel. I'm waiting for my pal. And also waiting for a taxi is this group of Americans. They're being all loud and obnoxious, and you know what Americans are like, right? Anyway, standing on the road is this baby seagull. And it is just blowing the tiny minds of these Americans, right? They've never seen anything like it in their life. And one of them, the ringleader, I assume, she's going, "Oh my God! Duh. It's so cute! We all need to get tattoos of a baby seagull so we never forget this." And just as she gets to the end of her sentence, her taxi comes and just flattens the thing. Front and back tire, crunch, crunch. Oh, it was amazing. The Americans are traumatized, right? Apparently they're desensitized to school shootings, but they can't handle it. I'm on the ground fucking rolling about. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Until the next thing that happened, right? This fucking junkie just materializes in the middle of the road. Honestly, no idea how he got there. And he picks up the mangled claw by the wing, right? He looks at the Americans and he goes, "Can't do. It's just a deep bird. Or flying the rats, these things." And then he just lobs at them. Funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Honestly, they all get in their taxi, fuck off. By the time my mate turns up, I'm on the ground, struggling for air. It's like, fucking hell, mate. It's not a bit early for the acid. I'm going to try a new song, right? I just wrote this song. It's for any aspiring musicians out there. It's all about the importance of practicing. It's called Practice Makes Perfect. And it goes a lot like this. 1, 2, 3, go. Wait, how's it going? 2, 3, 4. Practice makes perfect. Oh shit, sorry, that was the wrong chord. 2 seconds, let me try that again. 2, 3, 4. Practice makes perfect. Shit! Sorry. Let me recalibrate it here, I just need it. It's a G I was looking for. Right, third time's a charm. 2, 3, 4. Perfect! Fuck! I'm going to leave you guys with this wee story from when I was a much younger man. So when I was 18 years old, I was still living in the middle of nowhere, right, in my parents' house, and it was shite. And I knew that if I didn't leave soon, there was a real danger that I was going to rip my dick clean off my head. So I packed my bags, kissed my mother goodbye, and I headed off to the big smoke. Aberdeen. And within a short while of getting there, I got in a relationship with this beautiful older woman. I say relationship, she more just kind of used me as a sort of sexual plaything. As a young man, a young sensitive man, you know, still wet behind the ears. I couldn't believe my fucking luck. I've just got to Aberdeen, and already I'm being used for my body. This is fantastic. There's nothing I can't achieve in this buzzing metropolis. And I'm going to shoot for the moon. So I asked her if we could do anal. She said no, which burst my bubble fairly quickly. Then I asked her why not. She said, because your dick's too big. Anyway. Satisfied with that answer, I spent the next while strutting about like Conor McGregor at his own fucking birthday party.
Yeah! My dick is too big!
Called the work, my Brenda. Alright, tied in. Yeah, can't come in today. Why not? Ah, my dick's too big. Well, I don't really know what else to tell you, really. I mean, I'm hoping to be better next week, but I fucking doubt it. Slap! Yeah! Then after about 6 months or so, you know, the rational part of my brain kicked back in, and I realised that my dick wasn't too big. She just didn't want to do that. And was much smarter than me. I thought, talk about a perfect answer, right? Talk about a perfect response. How many times in your life have you been rejected and delighted? It doesn't happen, right? It just doesn't fucking happen. So I thought, who else could use this information? My pal was a bouncer at the time. I thought, imagine working a door on a Saturday night, right? You see this group of drunk lads barreling towards you. There's no way they're getting into it. You can't be asked to hold back and forth. Sorry lads, near the night, your dicks are too big. What are they going to do? Argue? In front of all the lassies smoking? No chance. Anyway, that's my time. Thank you very much for being wonderful.
Is this a homage to Oasis reforming? Hadden O'Hara, everyone! You'll all be delighted to know that we are only running 12 minutes behind schedule. We've had one act on and we're running 12 minutes behind schedule. So now, at this stage, when I start to panic, because this is a behind the scenes thing, I start to panic and I'm thinking to myself, you need to keep it tight when you're up here, John. You need to make sure that you get on stage, get the next act up, and then you get off stage as quickly as possible. So I walked up here thinking, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to get the next act on as soon as I can. So, are you up for it? I can't hear you. That sounded creepy. Who whisper shouted yes? It's Richard. Well, I have 20 minutes on whisper shouting. I'm going to do it right now because Richard, but do you know, we'll just cancel one of the breaks. No, do you want a break? Do you want a break from me? I knew he was going to attack me. I just assumed it was going to be physical. But physical, from the east end of Glasgow, physical I can take. You sort of broken my heart. It was. On that note, someone else is going to break your heart. Can you welcome to the stage? You ready? You guys ready to scream and shout again, right? I don't want to surprise you, so you need to be ready. At any given point, you need to be right. Ladies and gentlemen, can you welcome to stage your next act? See this ray of sunshine! Nobody likes progress,
Thank you, John. Can everyone give a big cheer to our host, John Carruthers? Hey Moffat, how are we doing? So if you look carefully at me, it looks like Vin Diesel's mum. Yeah? Went and had a love child with a man from the local Indian takeaway. As a result, you end up with me, Brown Diesel. You see, I had a very traditional Indian upbringing, and the way my dad showed his love was by telling me he was going to slap me so hard that he would slap the color off my face. I used to be black. I used to be Black Diesel. So I live in a beautiful town called Springburn. Anyone ever? Yeah? Yes, we know about Springburn. It's a wee bit like Jedburgh, but maybe 100 times worse. So in Springburn, they play with STDs like Pokemon. Gotta catch them all. And if you ever come to Springburn, my only advice to you is just keep your mouth shut. Because if you don't, they're going to steal your teeth. I grew up in Texas, actually, and the Americans, they thought I was a Mexican. And they picked me up and they threw me back over the wall. And you see, after being thrown over the wall, I thought I'd apply to move to Australia. And on the application form, it asked me if I had a criminal record. Do you still need one of those to move to Australia? So eventually, after Australia, when I was 14, I moved to the beautiful city of Glasgow. Yes. And have you guys heard of the Glasgow Neds? Yeah? Non-educated delinquents. Do you get them in Moffat's too posh to have Neds? Okay, maybe you get some in Jedburgh. So my first experience at Glasgow was a Glasgow Ned came up to me and he did give me a high five. Yeah, to my face. And then all that came out of his mouth was noise. Do you want to hear what it sounded like? Yeah? You sure? After I say it, you may not want to know. Here I go. It sounded like this. This is what he said to me. I shagged your mom! I shagged your mom! See, at that moment, the 14-year-old me, in the heat of the moment, didn't know what to say. So I just, I froze. And I just said, I shagged your dad. I shagged your dad. The poor wee Ned just burst into tears and started saying, I don't know who my dad is. In fear that all his Neddy friends were going to kick the shit out of the brown dude, I told the Ned, I said, let's go look for your dad. We found his dad. In a beautiful, gorgeous, luxurious East End pub in Glasgow. When he saw his Neddie's son, he was rocking back and forth, repeating the same words over and over again. When he looked at his son, he just kept saying, I should have pulled out, I should have pulled out, I should have pulled out. So, on the subject of not pulling out, I am the proud father of 3 absolutely beautiful children. They just don't know I'm their dad. They actually do, don't judge me. Like, I'm very close to my kids, they're close to me. But it could be 5 or 7 different moms, I'm not sure. I want to follow Glasgow tradition. That's a joke, it's only one mom. It's only one mom. My God, often we get very worried about these things, don't we? No, it's one mom, 3 kids, no. In Glasgow, it's like, it's tradition to have, like, you know, many different dads, many different moms, just the way it is, you know, so. Anyway, so I'll never forget, you know that golden, magical moment when my first child was born? I pulled the doctor aside, I said, when can we start having sex again? The doctor said, 2 minutes, meet me in the car park. I thought I'd try a little bit of new stuff here. Next month is October. What does October mean? Some people are gonna participate in Go Sober for October. Can we have a big cheer for people that are gonna participate in Sober for October? Come on! You don't know why we're cheering them. It means all of you can get to the bar a lot faster. And I did have to take a break from comedy for a while because I don't know how I say this. I was diagnosed with a big C, being crap at comedy. The cure was just to stay as far away from the stage as possible. And while I gave up comedy, I managed to get my biceps a lot bigger. Look at this, the biceps. Yeah, looks good, doesn't it? You know, I didn't go to the gym. It was a lot of wanking with both hands. With both hands. But it's not because it's like really, really big or anything. It's just because I'm that age now, it takes that long to get it erect. Don't know if I'll keep that one. One thing I have noticed here, I ate in this restaurant across the road, and it was like £12 for a tapas. You got this much food and £12. What's that, like 4 bites for £12? So I realized the people in Moffat are posh. You know, posh people get a bad rap. It's almost like a bad word. I think tonight we're going to cheer for posh people. Can we do a big cheer for posh people? As a brown man, I love posh people because posh people don't beat up brown men. Instead, they don't let them into their country. Which is good for me because they're my imposters. I've been single for a while, and one thing I realized about, you know, being single, I don't know if there's a lot of things about being single, but the best thing about the start of a relationship, you know, the very, very, very beginning of the relationship? Yeah? Like, when you're still single, that's the best part, still being single. And what I did is I started chatting to women online first. That was like the first step, you know, baby steps. So I was chatting to women online. I was getting the same sort of message from all of them. They all said a good man is really hard to find. Ladies, there's plenty of good men out there. They're just ugly. And see, if you really want to meet a good man that's handsome and going to treat you right, just meet me after the show. I'll introduce you to my friend. Because I'm an Indian and I'll need a matchmaking fee. Bring your bank card, we do nothing for free. I finally went on a date that was going really well. It seemed to be going really well. And we're back at my place and I feel her fingertips touch. We're sitting on the couch, sorry. And these days you don't have an actual fireplace, the fire's on the TV. And I'm convinced heat comes off that. And she's touching the back of my head, running her fingers right down my spine, and suddenly she's touching my bum. I'm super excited, and then she stops. I'm like, why did you stop? That's when she said, you are sitting on the remote for the TV. And I'm going to slide this one. I should have done this joke earlier. Because of my job, I'm going to fly a lot. I was on a plane recently, and we're flying along. The air steward came over, offered drinks. I got my drink. There was a Muslim man sitting beside me. You know his response to the air steward when the air steward asked if he wanted a drink? He said he'd rather be raped by a dozen whores than have a drink. In my shock, I took my drink, I gave back to the air steward. I said, I never knew there was another option. Last one, and then I will go back to Springmyre to catch some Pokemon. So I thought, I sort of I gave up on dating apps. I thought, I'm going to meet someone the traditional way. I'm going to go to a bar and try to meet someone with alcohol and very poor judgment. And you can accuse me of being old-fashioned, but I'm straight. And I was sitting there and a man is approaching me, and it feels very awkward. Why is this man approaching me? You know what his chat line was? It was when, this is what he said to me. He said, when he makes me, this is how he said it, sorry. He said, when I make you breakfast in the morning, how do you like your eggs? That was a sound 2 hours later, me choking on his cock. I love eggs. Thank you guys. You've been amazing.
Ray of sunshine, everyone! Ray, unfortunately, is one of the people that is driving back up to Glasgow tonight, so I cannot make him eggs again. So I will make eggs for some. It'll happen, and I choose you. Ready for the next act? Yes! Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome to the stage your next act, saying that it's Walker!
I wasn't kidding about those fucking stairs. Gee, second time I've done this and Jesus, I'm a fat man, leave me alone, right? Hi everyone, I'm Si Walker. We need to identify, well they identify, you already identified me. We need to talk about the elephant in the room. Not me, that's very helpful. Oh, you think that's funny? Make fun of the fat man. Well, I will. Anyway, when we talk about the elephant in the room, it's the hat, right? Now, those of you who've seen me before, you've seen the hat before, and let's be honest, I'm working it. I don't know why there's laughter on that part. But I love the hat, and I'm going to tell you why I'm wearing the hat. So, I bought this hat 18 months ago. I have taken it off occasionally, but I've been wearing it a lot. I've been wearing it for 18 months, and the minute I put it on, my wife looked at me and went, no. No. She hates it, right? And if you don't believe me, you can ask her, because she's right there, right? Do you like my hat, darling? No. She fucking hates it, right? 18 months ago that made me laugh. 18 months later, still funny. That's why I'm wearing the hat. Gotta be honest with you. No, I'm trying to rebrand myself. Like, obviously you heard me come up to say I was Si Walker. I'm going to trip over on this, by the way. I'm trying to think of a good name for it. And the problem I get is people keep coming up to me and going, like, you look like someone. And I go, yeah, me. It's always fucking true, right? And they're like, oh, no, who's it? You know the fat guy from Game of Thrones, right? Right? Go on, get out your sister. Right? So, his name's John Bradley, he's in the Three Body Problem. He's a very talented actor, but everybody just knows him because he's the fat kid from Game of Thrones. Like, right? I haven't seen Game of Thrones. Anyway, so I decided I would rebrand my identity, so I've gone for, and I think you'll enjoy this. I'm going to come to you. Buckaroo bonsai. Yeah? Right, they say yeah, the rest of you went, what the fuck is he talking about? Right, okay, so there was a film called Buckaroo Bonsai. Buckaroo's another name for a cowboy. Who knew that? Yeah, I had to Google it, right? So, Buckaroo's another name for a cowboy, and there was a film with Peter Weller. Do you know who Peter Weller is? Yeah. RoboCop, yeah! Does everyone know what RoboCop is? Yeah. So we just abandoned the rest of my set and we're talking about fucking RoboCop. This guy, right, gets his leg shot off, like, pow, 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 and then he's... No, okay, we'll do the comedy, Oh, sorry. So the hat. So I am trying to reinvent myself. I'm making Buckaroo bonsai, and she's not having it, to be fair. But to the point where my wife is the person I tend to check my sets against most of the time, and she's fantastic at interrupting me when I'm trying to write comedy. Like, brilliant at it. It's incredible, right? You know that silence we've got right now? That's my fault. There's a gentleman right there. I haven't seen you laugh this entire gig, and I am determined to get a smile out of you, right? Yeah. The problem is that when we were driving down today, she said to me, "Look, that set's not going to work, right? So if you don't laugh, she wins." And fuck that. Right? So yeah, seriously. What she tends to do is I'll be sitting in the kitchen writing my set, and I should do it in my office upstairs, but I don't. Like sit in the kitchen, you know, be relaxed. And then she'll come in and she'll see I'm working on something. She'll go, "Ooh, what am I working on?" So I lose my train of thought. She actually speaks words, by the way. She's not fucking insane. She's like, she is Canadian, but you can do your best. Best thing I could get, I mean, look at me. So she'll interrupt. So that's why last week I did a gig where in the middle of it I said, "Need to get milk." Oh yes, you're right, that joke didn't work. Fuck off. Right, okay, so I'm going to stop picking on my wonderful wife. I'm going to talk about how I really like people who call me out of the blue. That wasn't funny. What do you mean none of it's funny? Come on. So I really like, you know when these people teach telemarketers, they ring you up out of the blue and they're like, "Hello!" Not obviously like that. Was that a racist Scottish accent? The problem is I live in Kilmarnock. So we've come up from Kilmarnock. Now I geographically recognise the fact that you can't come up from Kilmarnock, but I defy anyone to explain to me how the fuck you go down from Kilmarnock. Like that place is a shithole. That's the best laugh of my life so far. A little bit of a hometown racism, lovely. I don't know what that was. That's quite good. Anyway, so what the hell was I talking about? No, I was talking about the fact that I like people ring me. So this guy rang me, and I went to the accent. Right? The accent's not going to get any better. He went, "Oh there!" Hang on. Come on, attack it. There we go. Right, Scouse, right? Scouse. He rings me up and he goes, "Is that Simon?" See, I've gone Scottish. I can't do it. And I said yes. And he said, "Oh, you had an accident. It wasn't your fault." I went, "No." But at this point, you should just hang up, but I don't. What I decided to do was say to him, "What's your name, mate?" And he went, "My name's Steve." I went, "Alright, Steve. We need to get you a better job, Steve. We can work on your CV. I used to work in recruitment, mate. We'll get you sorted." "What are you talking about?" I mean, no, seriously, mate. You need a better job than this. He started, he went, "You know what? Fuck off you." So the accent's getting better. Can you hear it, right? I said, "You're very angry, Steve. All I said to you was like, come on, you ringing up and telling me about an accident. I've not had an accident. Like, I always drive away from accidents. Nobody knows." There's absolutely no way that you've caught me for an accident. He was like, "Oh, I fucking hate people like you." And I'm like, "Well, you rang me, Steve." And he's like, "Oh, you think they're so clever? They're fucking idiot." And I was like, "Well," and this is the point where you go, "Also." And I went, "Well, actually, Steve, I've got more letters after my name than in it." What a cunt. I mean, seriously. What a terrible thing to say. And then he owned me immediately. I knew I fucked up because he went, "Oh, the only letters after your old name? A dickhead." Brilliant. I tried to ring the company back just to congratulate him because he hung up. I said, "Oh, it's fantastic, well done." So I tend to get myself in these situations. I think it's really funny to, well, trying to be funny. You guys are proving to me that maybe I should go back to my actual job. Thanks, cheers. So, I'm actually a suicidologist, by the way. It's not a joke. I've got business cards, I'll show you. So, and the reason I'm a suicidologist is because, I'll tell a quick story because John's given that look at me, which means he either wants me to get off stage or he wants me to get off. Either way. Look away, honey, look away. She's not waving at me as well. This is weird. It's like a threesome I didn't consent to. Well, so, the reason I'm a suicidologist, which is an actual job, I 10 years ago, I attempted suicide twice. It got pretty dark quite quickly. But I survived, so unlucky for you, considering I'm still here. You can't laugh at that, it's a terrible thing to laugh at. Stop laughing! Right? So I stop it! So I survived, and that led me to be interested in suicide and how to recover it. And the big moment for me was the moment that I met Peter Capaldi. You all know who Peter Capaldi is? Yeah, the Doctor. He was the 12th Doctor. I'm a huge Doctor Who fan. And I was in a place called Tinderbox Coffee Shop, and I'm telling my story to a friend of mine. And I was telling them my life had gone to shit. It's awful. I was crying. I was on the floor, and I'm an ugly cry. I'll take you, because you keep laughing at my misery. Are you happy? I bet you're a beautiful crier. I bet those tears fall down like golden rain. Right? Yeah, when I cry, right? But I bet you're beautiful, right? I'm not, right? So I sat for the best part of 20 minutes listening off to my friend all the reasons that my life was shit. And crying and sneezing and some farting, I'm going to be honest. Every hole was ejected. That sounds awful. So I was doing all that, and then there's this old guy sitting next to us. He ate the 80s cake, he drank his coffee, and he got up and left. And best will of the world to him, he stayed there much longer than I would have. And as he got up, my mate said to me, Peter Capaldi. Woo! Peter Capaldi went, oh fuck yeah! And I just had this epiphany, right? Huge Doctor Who fan, my life had gone to shit. Right, I'm a doctor. I am not a medical one. Keep your ash to yourself. Thank you. I've got a PhD, so I'm the doctor. I could get an autograph from the doctor to the doctor. I can turn my life around. So what you do at that point is you think I've missed it. No. What I did was run out of the coffee shop, look left and right. And start sprinting towards Peter Capaldi. Peter Capaldi at this point is seeing a very large fat man running towards him, sounding like Thomas the Tank Engine on cocaine, running up behind him. And then I realised, what am I going to do? I can't grab Peter Capaldi. I can't rugby tackle the fucker to the floor, shouting, I'm not here! So I have to run past him. So I run past Peter Capaldi, and he's looking at me going. So I run past him and I point my keys, which do not have a car on it, at a random car, look at it confidently and think, I've got this. I look at him and go, beep, and then walk away confidently. And as I walk past him, he looked me straight in the eye and went, are you that fat guy from Game of Thrones? Thank you very much, I'm sorry, Walker.
Sign walking, everyone! One of the things I also do as a host is in between acts, if I see a wee kind of hook that I can have that can lead between the acts, I can kind of do a thing there. And I've actually got a good joke about Doctor Who, which I can't do because I messed around for the first 15 minutes. So.
Just do it.
If only I could turn back time. Anyways, we're going to have a quick break. If you remind me during the break to tell a Doctor Who joke, I might do it in the next bit, but right now we're going to have a quick 10-minute break, it's going to be a standard length 10-minute break, and we'll see you guys back here in 10 minutes. Go to the bar, go to the toilet, do whatever you need to do. This is your 10 minutes, not mine. Enjoy it. See you all in 10. Alright, anyway, Doctor Who TV show, Guy Travels About Time. Guy Travels About Time. I once got an audience member to explain Doctor Who to me and said, so that guy that was back in time, he can also go forward. Don't limit yourself. But anyway, Doctor Who TV show about time travel, and I am gutted that recently I was barred from the Doctor Who Facebook page. Which might only mean something to 4 or 5 people in this room, but I was barred from from the Doctor Who Facebook page for the following reason. Someone posted on the Doctor Who Facebook page a hypothetical question. And they said, if you could travel anywhere in time, where would you go? And people did the stock answers like, I'd probably stop Hitler, or I'd find out who killed JFK, or I really want to know if that is my dad. But what I did was I said, I would go back in time and I would kill my grandfather before my dad was born. And I got banned from the Doctor Who Facebook page. And I appealed. I said, why did I get banned from the Doctor Who Facebook page? And he said, because you were trying to incite violence. And I said, what? I said, I'm on a time travel page and I was trying to talk about a theoretical time travel paradox, which if you're not a fan of Doctor Who, you probably heard of, but it's called the grandfather paradox. Has anyone ever heard of this paradox? The grandfather paradox states that if you go back in time and murder your grandfather before your dad is born, or your mum, it works both ways. If you go back in time, it's always the dads that get it. I blame you, can't shove your granny off at last time. That timeline is sacred because of a song I don't even understand. Who did that? I didn't say I wanted it. If I was banned from the bus Facebook page for saying I'd love to shove my mammy's mammy off a bus, it would be a fair cop. It'd be like that anyway. So if you're a fan of time travel stuff, you must know about the grandfather paradox. It's a philosophical paradox where they say, if you go back in time and kill your grandfather before your father is born, you will not be born. Therefore, you cannot go back in time and kill your grandfather, which means you're fine. Which means you now can go back in time and kill your... This is the 23-minute bit, I'm just going to... and so on and so forth. And he just went, no, because the guy that runs the Doctor Who Facebook page is more glass-rich. No, you said you were going to hurt your granddad. And I was like, no, and I didn't know this at the time, right? But there's a third party that now arbitrates Facebook, and they will go, look, we'd actually want to take a bit of a deep dive in this and see if John did, in actual fact, do something that was against the standards. And I was like, right, here we fucking go. I was banned from the Facebook page for 3 days. I was already back on the Facebook page by the time these guys got into me. But I've got a point to make. No way. And I said, look, it was a philosophical paradox that the audience are now bored about, so I will not go into the level of detail I did the first time round. And they came back to me and they said, no, it didn't actually sound like you meant your grandfather harm. And I said, it's because he's sitting in the audience and did try to trip me up. And between the acts, I was like, it doesn't. So they said, no, it does sound like you were trying to hurt your granddad. And I was like, it was a joke. And I went, well, it didn't sound like a joke, it goes against Facebook standards. And then I wrote back, this is ridiculous. My granddad is dead. Six hours later, there was a knock at the door. And I went to the door and there were 2 police officers there. I said, Mr. Carruthers, we would like to ask you a couple of questions. And I said, this isn't about the stuff that went missing in work. He said, so we have reason to believe that you may have caused harm to your grandfather. And I went, what? And he said, we've got a report here that says you may have killed your granddad. And I said, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. My grandfather died before I was born. And then they get the handcuffs out. I said, what is going on? He said, that's how you said you were going to do it. Made all the work for the fact that 96% of that story is actually true. The police didn't come to my door. It's a sad indictment on the UK today that they spend next to no money on time travel related crimes. I blame the Tories. Woo! Excellent. One person went blue, and also blame the Tories. There we go. Ready for our next act? What was that? Ladies and gentlemen, could you welcome to the stage your next act for this evening? It's jackbrookmyre!
Hello, Moffat. My gran has been asking me some weird questions lately. The other day she was like, Jack, you know what young people are on about nowadays? Is it true that young people are doing ketamine now? Ketamine? The horse tranquilizer? Where are they getting that? Did they go to the vet? And I was like, yes, that's exactly what happened. Young people go to the vet in pairs in a two-person horse costume. They walk up to the front desk like, I'm here to pick up a prescription. And Gran, if you ever hear young people talking about being a top or a bottom, that's what they're about. I don't know why I always make that horse sound so Glaswegian. I think it's just, it feels like something that would happen in Glasgow. Because Glasgow is a mental place, you know, like, the fact that the West End and Easter House are part of the same city is like having a musical number in the middle of Saw. It really feels like Glasgow has a split personality, you know? It's as if the town planner was Gollum, sitting there with his hard hat and his clipboard going, Lost! And here, precious, is where we're going to build a waitrose. That's where we're building our Wetherspoons. Well, can we at least agree that here we're going to build a public park? Yes, for day drinking. No. We're supposed to be a city of arts and culture. We need to build a school for art here. And then burn it down for the insurance. Mental fact about Glasgow lately. Not many people in Glasgow even know this, let alone down in Moffat, but did you guys know that Glasgow is where David Attenborough was originally born? I know, that's mental, isn't it? I just made that up. That's not true. I love David Attenborough, but his documentaries are getting really depressing nowadays, you know? Every time I tune in, he's like, I hope you have enjoyed seeing these magnificent creatures, because they're all going to die. It's too late to stop it, and it's all your fault. And he tries to lighten the mood by saying you can donate to conservation orgs or whatever, but you can tell he's holding back. Just why one of these days I want Attenborough to just stare down the camera like, this forest in the north of England is being destroyed at an alarming rate. And the MPs responsible for its protection are doing nothing. One of them lives at the address you can see on the screen. We can all make a difference for our environment if we chap on its door and beat it with hammers. This MP thinks it's all right to continue burning fossil fuels, so I've taken the liberty of dousing her house in them. You don't even need to go outside to make a difference for the great outdoors. You can do so from the comfort of your own home, using common household chemicals and the postal service. I'll let you guys finish that one. I love Aaron though. He's a cool old guy, you know, despite being in his 90s, I feel like he understands young people better than a lot of my relatives in their 60s can manage. Like, my aunt kind of ambushed me the other day and said, what's with all this sexting young people are doing nowadays, you know? In my day, we weren't going around taking photographs of our genitals. I was like, well, yeah. Because back then you had to get them developed. We're in the dark room going, oh, not again. Oh, it looks like a hairy space opera. You know, like, Amber, he understands young people and he talks to young people about issues they care about the environment. He doesn't really do old man grievances, you know, he's not talking about how the adverts on TV are too woke or something, which, I mean, I understand why people complain about that. I do find it off-putting when every other ad is like, in 1968, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated. If he were alive today, he would get his salvage from DFS. I get that. Where they lose me is when they start suggesting that adverts were better when they were growing up. Because I've seen the adverts they're talking about, and every one of them seems to be, is your wife nagging too much? Does that dumb broad never shut up? Then you need the wife muzzle from Wilson's Pet Accessories. It comes with an adjustable strap. No matter how big your gal's mouth is, we can always keep it shut. Back then, you know, they just told you about the product. They were never trying to shove some agenda down your throat. Do you worry about home invasions? Are you afraid you're about being broken into by a burglar? Or worse, a homosexual? You should purchase a firearm from Springfield Armory. You know, it's just a general man. Pay up before all the woke crap. Are you tired of this happening to you? You used up last of your shoe polish shining up your new loafers, and now you got nothing to wear to the minstrel show. Visit Smith's Blackface Emporium. You know what, that's enough of that. I mean, I don't hate advertising in general, though. I don't understand the statuses that the products are supposed to have. Especially cars, right? I don't get why, if you drive a fast sports car or a big truck, everyone's like, do you reckon he's compensating for something? But you never get it the other way around, do you? Surely that implies that people should be going, a Ford Fiesta? You must have a coat like a Spartan warrior. A Simpson Saxo! I bet you don't need your legs to reach the pedals. A Honda Jazz? You must keep it rolled up like a fucking fire hose. They'll have to measure it with a trundle wheel. Speaking of products, did anyone see that Donald Trump has started selling Trump-branded Bibles? Crazy news story, genuinely. They sell these Bibles with like little golden T in the front, and I was so disappointed to find out those are just a reprint of the King James Bible with like a bunch of pictures of bald eagles and American flags, because I guess Trump supporters can't read a book without pictures, but I was so disappointed because I was really hoping Trump Bibles would be the Bible rewritten in Trump speak. In the beginning, it was so dark and so cold. God, he walked in, he said, let there be light, and there was, and it was good. But the people, they were very rude to God, so he flooded the world, great flood, one day. And all except Noah, the great Noah, he built an ark, beautiful ark. He got 2 of every animal, giraffes and elephants and spiders, he got them all. And they won't let you do that anymore, they won't let you put animals on an ark. like learning the Trump cadence in the voice actually broke my brain, by the way. Like the other week I was doing karaoke, I got up to do Bohemian Rhapsody and I was just like, Mama, just killed the man, but a gun against his head, pulled the trigger, now he's dead. I'm just a poor boy, everybody loves me. And I was talking to my friend, great guy, his name is Galileo Figaro, that's what they call him. I walked in, I saw a little silhouette of a man, I said, there he is, there's Galileo. I think the Bible thing was all the way around though, it was all wrong, like it felt a mismatch for Trump to be doing that, because most Bible parables, like the really out there ones, feel more like stories Joe Biden thinks happened to him. It's like, oh, God love him, poor wee Joe. I feel like if I met him, I could convince him the Teletubbies are real. Getting to give a presidential address going, my fellow Americans, all the hills are far away. They got a son with the face of a baby. Here, make a son. They're making Tubby custard. That's a fact, man. And the Republicans, I'm sorry. The Republicans, they want to deport Tinky Winky. The appeal that I suppose Trump must have for the Americans is that he sort of promises to harken them back to old times, better times in the past. And nostalgia is a powerful thing, and I've learned this because I found out that it's genuinely true. According to polling, most people above a certain age in East Germany, when polled, say they missed the days before the Berlin Wall came down. Now, a lot of that, I imagine, is probably to do with nostalgia, which leads me to wonder, do they have their own version of, like, Peter Kay? Is there a guy around Brandenburg going, do you remember the days before the war, Phil? That was good, weren't it? We all drove the same car, didn't we? It was great. And remember the war? What was that about? You go up there, wouldn't you? You go up with your mate and you say, what are they doing over there? I don't know. So you dare your mate to climb over, wouldn't you? And then he'd be shot to death, wouldn't he? He'd die. He'd die, wouldn't he? And remember the Sassy? You'd catch your neighbour saying something counter-revolutionary, you'd say, hello Mr. Sassy, he's been watching that American telly nonsense again. Bob's your uncle, he'd be gone. Never seen again. Kids today, they don't understand. They don't understand. If I asked my mum back then, Mum, can I have some sweets, can I have some chocolate? She'd say, not till you finish the dog. Thank you.
That got me thinking of the song Bohemian Rhapsody, and I could have done something about East Germany, but this is easy. I've done a wee kind of East German segment, that's a tough one. So we'll go to Bohemian Rhapsody, and I've just sort of, what's happening? I get confused by the song Bohemian Rhapsody, because it's so long. But see the bit they were talking about, see, Mama just killed the man. I still don't know, and maybe you can help me, we'll do a vote. Did his mum kill a man, or is he confessing to his mum? Is there a comma in? Did he go to the Stasi and tell them, that's a fucking segue. No, what is it? We'll have a vote. Do you think his mum killed somebody? No. Just you? You're that kind of gal. Everyone else thinks he's confessing.
Well, why? Killed his grandfather.
Yeah, killed his grandfather, excellent. I was going to do that, I should have just went, well, you just insert joke here. I was up there kind of going, how can I call this back to what is easily the funniest thing I have said tonight, and then you ruined it. Ready for our next act? Yes! See, I'm going for the kind of going, yeah, the next act means you're off stage, so that is. Yeah, so get yourself, Tez. Can you not just announce it from over? Can you not get a wireless mic and just sit outside and go, ladies and gentlemen, could you welcome to the stage your next act for this evening is Jonathan Soutar Findlay!
Hello everyone, how are we all? Oh guys, come on, that was worse than that time I went to the wake for the Queen. I says, good evening everyone, how are we all? Right, so as John says, my name's Jonathan. I'm somewhat relatively new to this whole stand-up comedy game. And it's due to the fact that after a long and ongoing battle with mental illness, I found out it's because I've got ADHD. But it's unmedicated. And we usually say for adults the best way to treat it without medication is through therapy. But therapy is fucking expensive, so this is the way I cope with it. Right now, in my appointment with the psychiatrist is like, Jonathan, you're born with it, it's not something you just develop through life. So, when do you think that you recognised there was something no right? And I was like, well, Dr. Bell, the first time I recognised there was something no right was when I was 14 and I tried to lose my virginity to my girlfriend. And I couldn't help but sing the hokey pokey to myself. Get that? You put your tinky winky in. Do you do this, John? Where's John? Are you John? That's John. Right? You pull your tinky winky out. Do you do this? I mean, like when he's on top of you, do you sing it to yourself? You're the one doing the singing and humping and pumping. And you shake it all about. Just me? Anybody? No? Just? Am I the only one? I thought so. No, reflecting back with friends and family, I says to my mom, I'm like, Mom, when was the first time you recognised there was something alright? And she says, have you done the fucking can coming out my vagina? And I'm like, yeah! No, I'm just kidding. She says the first time she recognised there was something alright, it was the Christmas of 1996. I was 6 years old, and I cried like a bitch because my sister got the Malibu Barbie doll that I circled in the Argos catalogue with a pink glittery gel pen. The Bella Raspberries. And she's the one that gets it to know me. So impulsively, I ripped all into the limb, ripped her feet off and chucked it in the fire. And it was grounded for a week. Now, as you can probably tell by that earlier statement there, and my voice that resembles something like if Graham Norton and Alan Carr were to have a baby, I'm also a wee bit gay. But I'm ashamed of that. I can't do hair, I can't do makeup, and I fucking hate shopping. Now I don't know if this has anything to do with it, if it's due to the daddy issues that I have, or if it is a genuine disorder that homosexuals suffer from called heterophobia. But I also do find it very difficult to hold and have a conversation with a straight man. For example, there was this time, me and my pals, we were in the local pub during the old firm, and then here's me up at the bar, stood patiently waiting to get served. And then some guy that looked like Phil Mitchell's long-lost cousin came up next to me, and he's like, "Oh, right, mate," and I'm like, "Right." Fucking shitting myself, and then he gives it, "What do you think of that Matt O'Reilly's goal?" And then part of ADHD is not thinking before you're speaking. And then I hit out with, "I know bad, but it's a shame he's not rolling with me." Like, looking through his shorts, you can see he's slow, he looks off of him. I wouldn't mind if he gave me his balls. And then, when that man honestly realised that I wasn't straight, he backed off very, very slowly. His complexion was getting lighter and lighter and lighter. And I'm like, "Mate, hold on. You're missing a few teeth, you stink of frosty jack cider, you're wearing last season's pre-marked winter jacket, and your shoes are fucking disgusting. Just because I'm that way inclined doesn't mean I wouldn't jump in every fucking pogo stick that I see." So yeah, so I gets back to the table and explained the situation with Phil Mitchell's cousin, and I got the cup kicked in, so I went and checked his dad. Now what else was I well saying? There's an ADHD neurodivergent up here. You would think writing your own material, even if you had Alzheimer's, you would remember it all. Oh. But anyway, so, right, that's it. Guess what? Guess what? Right, after 35 years of living in this planet, I finally figured out how to communicate with a straight heterosexual man. Can I get a cheer? But before we get to that story, I'm going to tell you how I generally communicate with the general public. So, I'll be out on the high street with my earbuds in, listen to a wee bit of Spice Girls doing my shopping, sing to myself, if you want to be my lover. And then I'll come to a door, and then I'll open it, and then you'll see wee old Betty behind me. So I'll hold the door open, and I'm like, there you go Betty, hey, can you get through alright? Right, okay. See that snazzy, customised, glittery catheter? Ain't going to snag that door, is it? No, it's not. Right, okay, on you go, Dylan, on you go. Right, I'll catch you next club, alright, darling, bye! And then I continue on my journey. Or if I'm in the shop at my bit, get my messages, I'll go up to the counter. And being from a small town called Dumbarton, everybody knows everybody. So I would see Danielle at the counter, and I'm like that. Oh, you alright, Danielle doll, how are you doing? Have you had your hair recently done? Aye, you can tell, because you can see them fucking shitty tracks at the back. Aye, no, come to my salon. I know I say I'm shit at hair, but it doesn't mean I can't own my own salon and get people to work for me. But come to my salon, I'll get my sister to do it for you. We've just got these wee new nano bead extensions in, and I'll give you a wee discount. Have you just got the nails done as well? Oh my god, you're fucking stunning. Oh shit, sorry, there's a big queue, I better go. I know, aye. Right, are you going to get that in someone's party that I'm holding on Saturday? Right, okay, so I'll see you there, and I'll give you this, I'll give you this discount if I make a little okay, aye, right, okay, cool. Bye! And then I'm going about my day. But in closing, right, this is how I figured out how to communicate with the straight heterosexual men. Now back at home, outside my flat, I've got hundreds of work going on, and it's been going on for a good few months. So obviously, there's hundreds of workies outside. So every morning, I wake up, I open my curtains, roll my blinds up, feel like a Disney princess, see the workies, can't hear me get it. Just kidding. Or workies, so probably and that's why we're talking about your genitals. But anyway, so this is how I figured it out. I was walking across the street, right, and I clocked eyes with one of the workies. It was a beautiful moment. And then he goes it. Right, so I goes it. Alright, back, and it was about my day. So I passed him, and then walking again, there's this wee other worky guy coming up in this wee mad digger thing. It's got rollers on it, I think it's used to flatten pavements. So I stop past. He gets by, he goes, cheers. So I go, cheers, back. So I broke the code. See when they go like this? That means hello. Then they like to beef it up by going alright. And then see when they go like that? That means thank you. Now am I right, man? Am I right? Yeah? So I finally fucking broke the code. I can now fucking identify as a fucking heterosexual, homosexual pink elephant that fucking farts rainbows. But anyway, enough of that shite. I am now going to pass you back over to John so he can give a big round of applause for your host. It is John! Well said, thanks, sir.
Jonathan, sir, come on, everyone! I panicked for the first 75% of that because Jonathan said that he can't have a conversation with straight men, and I was thinking, we have been talking all evening. And I started to make assumptions. I started to make assumptions about myself that I hadn't thought about before, and I'm not going to lie to you, it might change the trajectory of my evening in Moffat.
What happens in Moffat
Stays in Moffat. You're not the first person to say that to me tonight, but it may affect how my night in Moffat happens, and it will also explain why both of my children are adopted. Part of the way I have been doing it. in the bin, right? Are you ready for our next act, everyone? Seamless. 1, 2. 1, 2. Also seamless. Ready for the next act, everyone? Ladies and gentlemen, could you welcome to the stage? The next act is goes Wilde!
Sorry, do you like my hooker boots? Excuse my voice, I've started smoking roll-ups. Catnip is murder on your throat, and I've clawed all my carpets. Have a box fetish and a shit in a litter tray. But hello, first of all I need to introduce myself. I'm Rose Wilde, and Jonathan is my pimp for the evening. He'll be helping with my case, same as the DWPR. They're looking into my case. This isn't This Is Your Life, it's more like This Was My Life, and what a bonkers life it's been. I'll tell you about it and my alter ego and the bottle. You see, every time I get on stage I start shaking, so I might as well make a drink while I'm up here. Cocktail, anyone? And the suitcase, well, I'll get to that. And well, I'm well travelled, as you can see, and you can open the case. He's already opened it. But a bit about myself, I'm dyslexic, short-term memory problem, sequencing problem, a 20% processing problem, and I get stage fright. But first of all I want to talk about schizophrenia. No I don't, yes I do. No I don't, I want to talk about escorting, and I don't mean the Ford escort, I mean prostitution. Excuse me. Everyone's doing it, well everyone I knew. I gave it a bash, as the bishop says to the nun. Now, I used to think escorting was all about standing on street corners. Well, it's not. It's well up to date. You even have a purple app that sits discreetly on your phone. I'd show you, but I'm not doing it any longer. Just check it out with a guy or lady sat next to you. But she's got the app. Anyway, I'll tell you what I did. I jumped from swinging to escorting. Might as well with the time wasters I was meeting. I can honestly say it wasn't for the cash, it was for the crack. And I don't mean my crack. I was not going to be sleeping with just anyone standing on street corners. You can fuck off if you think that. I was going to become a dominatrix, a high-class hooker. So I'm going to be making the rules up as I go along. As the great Raymond Mearns would say, just do it. So I did. Hi-ho, it's off, trying to work I go. You see, I was taught by the best comedy, you dirty-minded lot. But I needed a name. Wild Kitty, well, that might as well live up to the name. Do what it says on the can, as Ron Seal says. So buckle up, Jonathan. It's going to be a rough ride, but I needed clients, well, plenty out there. I mean, I was selling my knickers for £50 upwards, and all sorts of strange requests were coming in. I'll tell you about some of them. I got an email off one guy who wanted me to wear hunter wellies during sex. It didn't happen, and I never got my wellies, did I, Jonathan? There's some wellies in the wellies. Just in case. Anyway, a guy asked me if he could clean my house dressed as a gimp. I picked him up from the bus stop, took him to my house. He got gimped up doggy style. Well, I gave him my dog mask to wear, then he cleaned my house. I sat back and I watched EastEnders. He did a good job too, then he gave me £100 and I took him back to the bus stop. My house needs cleaning again now. I've got the dog mask here if anyone would like to try it for size. I know it fits John and Jonathan at home.
It does.
One time I booked 2 guys to come to my house. One waited in my spare room for his slot. Then he complained my magazines were not up to date. He said the dentist had better magazines than I did. Cheeky shit. Anyone fancy a spot of pegging, Jonathan? I'll bring a new meaning to CBT, cognitive behaviour therapy, or cock and ball torture as I know it. Jonathan will show you how it works, if you can find it. Anyway, California raisins. Close your ears, everyone. This is a shit topic. California raisins are the aftermath of anal sex. Spotted dick, anyone? I got asked to do a cream pie once, and I don't mean the cream pies the Phantom Flan Flimmer Flum, or the cream pies Dick and Dom threw in the bungalow. No cream pies for me, I'm on a diet anyway. Some people have a silk fetish, you know. Just ask the gimp in the room, he knows who he is. Doesn't he, Jonathan and John? The silk rope to ruin. A guy wanted to be tied up in the living room, in my living room with a silk tie, so I bought a load of them. He had a tie fetish, so I tied him up in the corner, stuck a silk bag on his head, then my friends and I had dinner. Brings a new meaning to elephant in the room. I call it gimp in the room now. I used to get asked for a quickie too. It used to cost £50 for half an hour back then, but I bet the cost of living crisis has affected it. Less fucks for your bucks. And a guy that was on call booked me for 3 hours once, paid me £300, and half an hour into the session he got a phone call and was called away. No refunds or no returns is my policy. Read the small print. I made a coffee once, and someone came to my house and paid me £100 and lied in it with a lid shut. Then I went and caught up with EastEnders. Then I dropped him off at the bus stop. Well, another guy wanted to suck cock, except he wanted to be told to do it. So I dressed as a teacher, my trans friend dressed as a student, and the client dressed as a schoolboy. He had his sausage and ate it, so to speak. Hello Kitty fixed it for him, didn't she? I went to meet a cross-dresser in a hotel. They were dressed in sexy lady clothes. They threw the door key down to me, and all I saw out the window was an arm with long, sexy silk gloves on, long flowing black hair. It was like Romeo and Juliet all over again. Gives West Side Story a new edge. Talking of edging, the skills that come out of being a landscaper come in handy. I mean, I know how to edge now. Patios and paths, you dirty-minded lot. And you've all heard of anti-vibrating gloves for the workers using power tools. They're pink. They're pink. I was going to say toss them to John, but I don't know, because I don't make them any longer and I want them back. You know, I've lost my sink plug. It was in my case somewhere. I suppose my butt plug will do for now. And the paddle, no. This is well planned, as you can see. The paddle. It's got a ball bag attached to it. I've batted a few balls with this, I can tell you. Ping pong, anyone? Or whiff raff, as Boris Johnson calls it. I'll whiff raff his balls given the chance. Check out the ball bag, Jonathan.
Ball bag. What's that?
Balls.
Oh.
sausage in there somewhere. But I've heard the cockle-doodle-doo on many occasions. Now I believe Trump was trying to bug me. Not that he would do a thing like that. He would never use an escort, would he? I even posted on his Twitter feed and told him to jog on and stop stalking me. Then I sent a dildo in the post to him. But that's another story. I've got the pics to prove it. John will show you. But sadly, ladies and gentlemen, we're near the end of the butt plug tale. And finally, I think we should have a whip round for our host, John. We'll give him a whip round, won't we, Jonathan? He'll remember. I've been Rose Warren. My assistant was just Jonathan. And thank you for John for being the butt of our jokes. Thank you.
Rose and Jonathan are staying in Moffat tonight and can't wait. There's going to be some stories to tell, but as you said,
What happens in Moffat stays in Moffat.
excellent. Guys, we're going to have another quick break. We'll be back in 10 minutes. We'll see you soon. Hi guys, welcome back to Stage Home. Try anyone else who's still here. John Carruthers! Hey! Ted's just going to stay here. Right, we're ready to start. Obviously, thanks to me and the raffle, we are now running 30 minutes late, but because I have spent so much at the bar, we're fine with it, right? So we're having a good night? Have a good time for a wee quick story from me before we get our first item. It's going to be a cracker, but okay, fine. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage. Your next act for the series is Tez Baker!
Good evening, Moffat. How's it going? It is so good to be back here again. This year, the last one. About a year ago, I got asked, why don't you try stand-up? It was quite cool, but I thought a cheeky peg, but it turns out he meant stand-up comedy. So here I am doing stand-up, sitting down. I'm quite lazy. I've gone from one chair to another. So anyhow, but I will tell you the reasons I do have the chair and the sticks and things. It's a bit of a combination of things. Arthritis, a car crash, a stroke, and fibromyalgia. I mean, as if things weren't bad enough, they're going to give me a condition that I can't even see. I mean, why couldn't I get something easy to say, you know, like ME? It would have been so much easier for me. But anyhow, after the car crash, I got some shiny new wheels. That bad boy down there, the Ferrari. I've actually got some nice flashing lights. I've pimped it up, or pimped it out, as they say. Well, there's no chance of me getting pimped out now, is there? As you can tell from this accent, I'm not originally from here. I'm from Dundee. I'm actually not from Dundee, but I have, as you can tell, I have got a bit of a west of Scotland, or I think that the term that is used down here is kind of Reedy, or Reedy accent with a bit of Anton in them. It would be a bit, we see the size of those guys. But I'm actually from Washington, which is the one in the UK, not the one in America. I mean, if it was the one in America, I probably wouldn't be here, because I'd be dead, because I couldn't afford the healthcare. Well, anyhow, when I was moving up here, I noticed there was a thing missing from Scotland. It's a thing that sits in the sky that's yellow. It identifies as the sun. I know I did make a rare appearance last week there, and I think the summer we had in June, those 2 days, absolutely magic. As you can tell, I like a tan. I do like a tan. I know I'm looking a bit like Casper, or just look at him. Oh, Casper or pint of milk, or look like I'm taking a whitey. I do like a tan. So I met this girl and she said, you know what, I can do your spray tan. And who's had a spray tan? Hands up. Yeah, so you know the score. So they told me to go.
So she told me to come down to the garage, and I got down to the garage. She handed me this bloody colour chart. It also was like, handed me a colour chart. You've heard of 50 Shades of Grey? Well, this was like 50 Shades of Brown. I mean, I didn't want the David Dickinson look, or the Psy look. I just wanted a nice tan, so I chose to go with Bondi. So she tells me, just take your clothes off and get in the tent. I've only been in this house, well, it was a garage, for 5 minutes. A bit forward, innit? So I did what she said, didn't I? I got my clothes off and I got in the tent. So I'm in the tent, in the scud. And it suddenly dawns on me, like, I'm naked in a garage. In Bell's Hill. Now, what happens when there's a hidden camera? I suppose I better smile. In fact, girls, this is very important. You need to lift them puppies up while you're there, otherwise you don't get the good tan. You get those big white, you get the white marks down here of your big breasts. Anyway, so, I mean, there is an OnlyFans page. I could end up with an OnlyFans after this, you know, if the tits go viral. But the fact that my tits could go viral, and there's not actually a vaccine in the world that could counteract the sight of seeing these bad boys, is quite a harrowing thought. No, I don't think I'll bother. Anyhow, so the tan was done, and there's me, I'm looking for the wee Molly May look. I ended up looking like Madge from Benidorm. I mean, I've got the scooter. I was just eating 5,000 fags, a bottle of Bacardi, and a voice like 18, and they've been absolutely sorted. So once I'd moved up and settled in, my brother came up for a visit, and he's a big guy, he's called Carl, he's 6'4", likes a good drink. I said, come on, I'll take you down to the local, so my local pub's the Joker, so we took him down to the Joker. And this night was absolutely hilarious, because nobody could say his name. So I said his name's Carl, so after the count of 3 I want to do a wee test with everybody. If you could just shout the word Carl after the count of 3, and I'll tell you the rest. 1, 2, 3. Carl! Exactly. For the entire night, he was getting called Cowl. He said, why is everybody calling me Cowl? I was like that. Next one. I don't know, you're big Jessie. But we got invited back to this gaff. Do you call them gaffs here? What do you call a party if you go back to someone's house? A gaff? Gaff, right?
An empty.
An empty, right? Right, so who's got the empty tonight then? I'm looking for a wee party myself. So is Richard. Right, so we got invited back to this gaff, right? This is when it went downhill faster than this Trust's mini budget. Because out came this mad green bottle, it's called Buckfast. Anyone heard of Buckfast? Any bookie drinkers? Hands up. Come on, you know you want to? Richard? So this bottle came out, we're like, what the hell is this? So we're sitting there waiting for these glasses, we're thinking, nice bottle of wine, we'll get the glasses out. No. They handed you this bottle, right? And it was just like a Coke, a rolled Coke, off came the Coke, and then gave the bottle. Just take a drink. I'm like, oh, where's the glass? No, this is the way you need to do it. So we had a big drink. Oh my God, that was absolutely vile. I mean, I think I just got another 5 chest hairs at that point. But we're thinking, what is this stuff? They're like, oh, it's made by the monks. I was like, there's monks in Lanarkshire? Well, there's some wannabe monks because they drink a lot of Buckfast, I was told. But anyhow, so we said, so it must be like altar wine, you know, the stuff you get in the chapels of the church, you know, like alcohol-free stuff. Are you right? It was more like mind-altering wine. Because 3 bottles later, we're all pissed and we're doing the slosh in the Flower of Scotland. Anyhow, as I was talking about fake things earlier, there's a lot more than just fake tans, as this culture now leads quite a fake life. I mean, apart from your fake people, everyone's met a few of them. You've also got, well, this has been around for a while, they get fake orgasms when you're with somebody that couldn't satisfy a sweet tooth. Now these days you can get fake everything. You get fake nails, fake eyelashes, fake teeth, fake lips, bits and tits, I suppose. But I mean, what I seen the other day absolutely fried my head because I I saw on Amazon, it was some fake camel toe knickers. Has anybody seen these? Or more to the point, has anybody worn them? Sigh, I thought you were that kind of guy. But this is for the more stilted look. Now me, myself, I've always wanted a more stilted look at the front. I just need to give myself a wee wedgie. Works just the same, saves you money. We're moving on. You can also get these chicken fillets. Anyone heard of chicken fillets? Not the ones you eat. The ones for your chest. Come on, ladies. To give you a little boost up top, you know. As you can see myself, I actually wear the ostrich fillets. But what else I did see was some fake bum pants. We've got these big implants, so you get this big ass look. Anyone seen those? Sorry, have you got them on? Yeah. Magic. So you get these pants, like shorts, and they've got big implants in the bum, so you get this big ass look. You know, like Kim Kardashian, whatever. Shakira, whoever's got the big ass. Apart from me. I was like, that would just be so annoying, because these implants, you're up dancing, you know, when you get that alcohol sweat and you're dancing up close, and imagine these implants start sliding down your thighs. I mean, that is going to be some look. You're going to be looking like a bloody Olympic bodybuilder. I mean, you're going to go from looking like Kim Kardashian with all these adaptions to a bloody Poundland Barbie when you get home. When you've took them all off, you've got bits missing and no tits. Now me, myself, as you can tell, I'm all natural. My lips are fine. Both sets, thank you. I've got enough chest I could actually breastfeed the world with. And well, the arse, it brings a seat of its own, doesn't it? Well, I was dumped last year by text. How savage. He's lost me. I ended up back on the dating sites. And you know, it was quite mad, because before, like the ex, I was with a guy for 24 years, so he didn't have these dating apps and what have you. He's actually was a postman, like he was delivering more than he should have been. It's actually quite funny, because my now ex-husband and my ex-boyfriend are now going to meet, because the ex-boyfriend had just bought himself a nice Filipino bride. I never thought those two would meet. How uncanny is this? So, anyhow, so I was on all these dating sites, and I just got hit with all these messages like, oh, you can imagine. I was like, can you send me a picture? Okay, so I'm sitting there, like, I need to go down to the kitchen because the best lighting, so I went down taking all these pictures. But 55 photos later, because I'm murdered at these selfies, I don't know what you guys are like, but I'm just mad. 55 selfies later, that'll do. He messages back, I want a picture of your breasts. I was like, oh. So I went back into the kitchen, put the fancy lights on, and I took a photo of my breasts. And I sent it off to him. And then I got hit with all these abusive messages. What is this guy's problem? I did what he asked. And little did I know, he didn't appreciate the fact that I'd sent him a picture of my Asda's extra special chicken fillets. Needless to say, I was blocked. But I did meet a nice guy. I came off the dating site after that. There was a few other dodgy things, like, I don't even want to go into tonight because he's having a nice night. I will do a further point. A few dodgy requests, but we'll leave it at that. I have met a nice guy who I had known previously. And there's a few things that attracted him to me, and it's not just my own hair, or my own teeth, or my wonky smile, or these bad boys. But I have got a few extra things, real catching material these are. So I've got the VIP parking, courtesy of the blue badge. As I said, I've got my own hair and teeth. I've got 2-for-1 Cinnamon Gig tickets. I've got a bus pass. I could have taken them all the way from Bells Hill down to Dumfries. Dancer, what a catch. And I've also got this. The Shark Tag. It's for the disabled toilet if you're feeling a bit horny. Now, this night has been actually a bit eye-opening, because normally I get a disabled toilet, but in here, in this town hall, we have a bed in the toilets. So I have to increase the price of my loan of the key. It used to be £1 for 2 minutes. It's now £100 for 20. I'm Tez Baker, and you've been amazing. Thank you so much.
Tez Baker, everyone! Tez Baker! Hey, I'll grab your drink. Priorities. Hey, take the girl out of Glasgow. Right, we'll just, obviously I'm support. Don't have dead air, but I'm genuinely concerned about this, but... Tez Baker, everyone! I'll distract you! We are running a teeny tiny bit behind schedule, and I would say 75% of that is on me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who said that? Excellent. Right, anyway, so we're running a wee bit. I'm obviously now going to blame it on Tez. Tez in the raffle. That's why we ran late. That's why I did actually speak to the bar staff and said, it is absolutely fine because you have. But anyway, I'll just tell you a wee bit. I was running late tonight, and the reason for that was because I had stuff that I had to do today to justify getting away to Moffat, and it was great because I still got here before half of you. That's fine. But anyway, so I was dragged to an art exhibit today. I was dragged to an art exhibit. Dragged to an art exhibit. Because what I'm doing right now, this is art. Just doesn't look like it. This is art. This is happening before your eyes. This is art. I get dragged to an art exhibit or something. In Glasgow, in the south side, it was the Borough collection, and I was dragged to a guy called Degas. Guy called Degas. A French guy called Degas. I was dragged to Degas. Degas. I was dragged to an art exhibition by a French guy called Degas. Degas. A French guy called Degas. And I kind of had to walk through this. And I genuinely don't know who wrote the kind of narrative for the whole thing. But there was just a point where you looked at some of the pictures and said, Degas. Degas was anti-Semitic and his family owned slaves, which is bad. Thank God someone in the Borough collection kept me right, because otherwise I was just going to head out. I was just going to head out and get myself some slaves. But no, it didn't happen. But anyway, there was just a point where, and they obviously just tried, and they did this thing where I said, Degas. Degas painted a lot of things, but his favourite subjects were horse racing, nudes, and prostitutes. So my question to you is, why is Degas considered one of the most influential impressionists of the late 19th century? And I have the same interests, and I am called... Insert joke here. I haven't finished that one yet, but I'm working on it. We're getting there. I'm actually a little bit of crackery, a punchline. I was not slightly... Just, we'll finish that later, right? But I am getting there, right? But Degas is a prick. Speaking of pricks, are you ready for our next act? Ladies and gentlemen, could you welcome to the stage your next act on the scene is Richard Tench! Richard Tench! Smaller than I thought!
So I'm so sorry. I'm super hungover. I got proper smashed last night, and I woke up this morning and drunk Richard had bought sober Richard a nice holiday to Cape Verde. So I'm going to Cape Verde in 13 days. Also, so I've been looking around the audience and you two, fuck yes. I can't work out it. Well, I can. So I have got this heart problem, right? So I have a genetic heart condition, which is very rare, but it means I can drop dead at any moment. So this set is particularly exciting, isn't it? So I went to the cardio rehab team, and they said if you walk 5 kilometers every day for 6 weeks, and then you can start going to the gym again. I'm like, I've got 13 days. I'll go to Cape Verde. As you will tell by my, despite my aggressively English accent, I'm not from Edinburgh. I get asked that question rather a lot in Glasgow. Another question I get asked a lot is, are you gay? I have no idea why. Of course I fucking do. Look at the state of it. And well, the truth, well, I grew up as, I didn't know my father. I got bullied a lot. I got this accent in the northeast of Scotland at secondary school in 1990 will tell you I got the shit beat out of me on a daily basis. They still blamed me for that, and this was before Braveheart. And they still blamed me. So I found men particularly attractive because I didn't have that growing up. All the men in my family were very, fucking 18th century or something. But so I always found men quite attractive. I thought, well, maybe I'm gay. So I tried it a couple of times. All the straight men are like, yes. Turns out, from the waist up, I'm super gay. From the waist down, I'm almost homophobic. I'm like, get it away from me. It's disgusting. Also, I found my prostate at a very early age. Now, I don't know if yet, so I can tell other people that have found their prostate as well, because they have a nice glow about them. Right? Okay, so the thing is, and I used to have a pen. I had a pen at home. I called it my bum pen, because it was the pen that I'd do my pleasures with. It was a pen. It's a bum pen. Okay? So I had my bum pen, and I came home from school one day, and I raced upstairs to do my homework. And I couldn't find my bum pen anywhere. I was like, where is my bum pen? Where's it gone? I looked under the bed, no, it wasn't there. I looked under the mattress, wasn't there. I kept it on my bedside table, wasn't there. And I was like, for 1 second, I've been watching a lot of documentaries about people getting charged with going to Australia and like hiding stuff. I thought, did I leave it up there? No, wasn't up there either. So I heard my mum knocking about downstairs. So I came downstairs. She said, Richard, is that you? I said, yes, mother, it's me. What are you doing? I said, I'm trying to do my homework, but I can't find my pen. And she went, I couldn't find a pen either. I had to take one off your bedside table. So I walked into the kitchen. My mother's doing a take a break.
Now, I don't know if you know what a take a break is. It's that crosswording thing. You do the word job or the crossword, all that stuff. You send it away and you don't win a thing. She's had my bum pen in her hand. And you know when you're concentrating and you're writing stuff with a pen. Swear to God, the bum end of my bum pen went in my mum's mouth. So, sorry? Or the bum end, well, it's not the bit you write with, you disgusting child. That would be horrific, it's the bum end, it's not the bit you write with. Oh goodness, is that your son? Well, I mean, if you want me to show you... Yes, no, it's the bum end. So my question to you is, because that happened, did my mother ring me? and when she comes to my gigs, it's my aunt. So it's quite good. Well, the truth is, I'm like 80-20. If I've had a drink, probably 70-30. A couple of drinks. 60-40. If I'm absolutely ruined, which I will be later tonight, it's 50-50 and you're all in danger. So, I'm not from Edinburgh, I'm from London originally. Fucking disgusting place. It is so expensive, so dirty. The mayor of London keeps charging you for stuff. I was in London like 3 weeks ago and had a couple of really, really good ones. You know, really good ones, like gushers, which at my age, it's like, usually it's like fucking just sneezed, like, now these are proper gushers, and I'm like, on the train on the way home, fuck me, the mayor of London's going to send me a letter charging me for all my emissions. Oh, terrible. Yeah, I love that joke, and it never works. So I have a son. I know I had a baby with a lady. He's 16 now, and he has parties at the house, right? So I leave for the weekend, or I go to like, have a party in the house. And this one time, I came home, I usually come home and be like, make sure you tidy up, and it's like, you get back and it's fucking, everything's shit. It's all over the place, you're like, oh Rory, I told you to tidy up. This one time, the last party he had, I came home and everything was like a fucking show home. I'm like, Rory, what the fuck happened here? Swear to God, I was expecting the police to come over and send me to check under your patio for something your son may have done. Like, fucking, yeah, the whole house stinks of bleach. Absolutely disgusting. But he's great, he went to, you know the school trips, he went to Barcelona on a school trip, right? And I was like, how can it be so expensive to send a kid for 5 days to Barcelona, staying in a fucking, like youth hostel, and then I found out that they're taking one teacher per 5 kids with them, and we all have to pay. But anyway, that's just I have a gripe with fucking teachers. Ugh. I love them, but also, and he got me a present, right? He came back from his holiday from Barcelona. He went, Daddy, I was proud as much. I've got you a present. I'm like, darling, you didn't need to get me a present. What is it? And he went, I saw this, Dad, and I thought of you. I thought, oh, what a lovely, sweet boy. Do you know that present he bought me that he thought I'd really love? I heart MILFs. Which, fair enough, I do, but it's not the sort of thing I want him to be saying to his friends. Also, my son is so wonderful, he's so funny. His name's Rory. And I was with my girlfriend, in the house, and we were about to watch a film, and she said, does Rory want to watch? Rory, come to here. And she went, do you want to watch this film with us? And without dropping a beat, the kid looked at her straight in the face and went, I'm sorry, Rory isn't here right now. Can you leave a message? Voicemailed her to her face. I thought it was fucking brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. This kid is the apple of my eye. I love him very much. And I know we're running over, so I'll finish now. So, you know when you're a kid, like 12, 13, and you burst into your father's bedroom unannounced, and you find him there, completely naked, massive erection, masturbating furiously, and watching porn. No? You don't do that. Well, my son does. Anyway, then also, what is Moffat toffee? Is that like a euphemism? Anyway, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Your headliner of the 60th Man Alive.
Reid said it had to happen, so it's happening. Less of a six-pack, more of a keg. I am sporting what they call in common parlance a dad bod. And I am happy with it. I am content with the dad bod. Richard is also staying in Moffat tonight, and he's actually staying in my room. So the next time you see Richard, he did say he's had a couple of homosexual experiences. I guarantee next time his joke will be about a few. Are we having a good night, Moffat? Are we ready for our headline act? Behold. Imagine you're just like, wait, you don't have a headliner, you're just going to watch me dance. Moffat, we staying out tonight? Yes, let's fucking do this. But in the meantime, right, let's get the headline act of the way and then we can party. And see, make it sound like a chore. Make it sound like a chore. Right guys, we'll just sort this out. We'll talk about how wonderful the giant is, and then we'll hit the town. We're actually in the town, there is not much more than that. Are we ready? Are we ready for the headline act? Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your headline act for this year. It's Sean Reid!
Well, round of applause for John and his stupendous want to go in. So Moffat, here we are, hey? Where the men are men and the sheep are nervous. One hell of a shag, I gotta say. Just being good. Okay. Yeah, but now, so as John described, Sean Reid, that's my name. I know some of you might have been expecting a white guy. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Sean Reid and Callum Reid, I'm white as fuck on paper. You should see when I turn up the job interviews. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm quite lucky as an African to have been named as I have been, because a lot of people in Africa are very pragmatic about how they name their children. That's why you find there's a lot of Mondays and Fridays, a lot of Christians and stuff like that. So you get some funny names like that. But I've met some funny names like Vatican. Can you believe the guys called Vatican? And one of my best friends, his name was Unfortunate. He was an orphan. Go figure. Go figure. But yeah, tough time to be alive. I suppose. How many of you guys were here last time that we were here? Just a few. Alright, okay, well, that changes the whole dynamic of everything. Because last time I was telling you about my kids, and like obviously I was telling you that it's only a couple more months before I start using Santa as a discipline technique of my kids, and I have to obviously revert back to the old school and beat them. You can't beat the kids. I get other kids to beat my kids. Be surprised how far you can get with a bag of sweeties in the playground. In front of a judge. Yeah, no, but now one of my eldest, he started getting into a bit of football, you know, so I'm down there in the park, you know, and I found out I'm one of those dads. I'm like, no, you gotta do it properly. People are gonna laugh at you.
And what I'm really saying is people are going to laugh at me if you can't do it like, what have you been showing this child? You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's where we are with parenting. But there we are. But I don't know if you often get a lot of what happens in the black news with I don't know if you heard, P. Diddy is the new Black Epstein. No, it's unbelievable. But it seems as though he was hiding in plain sight. And he named his company called Bad Boy. Let's go on that. And he used to have ad-libs and records was, take that, Bad Boy. Can't believe it. I used to love it. I used to love it. It's almost as bad as R. Kelly. R. Kelly was hiding in plain sight. Yeah. R. Kelly's a pedophile, in case you didn't know. But you know, R. Kelly produced an album called Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. And one of the songs came on the radio the other day, and I was like, oh, sounds like a professional. I love this song. Never heard it this way before, but this day it sounds totally different. This comes on the my mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yes. I don't want to hurt nobody. You get a picture anyway, yeah, but you see, white media is prone to it too. We all love a bit of grease, ladies and gentlemen, don't we? Yeah. Starts off so well, doesn't it? Starts off so well. But summer loving, summer loving happens so fast. Then all of a sudden it's, willow, huh? Tell me more. Did she put up a fight? Okay. Take it easy there, Captain Daybreak. I even caught a rerun of the old shows of Gladiators, not the new ones, you know, the old ones, the John Harrison, you know, with the Wolfman, Jet. Yeah. And we had 2 black gladiators back in those days. Yeah. Nightshade. And Shadow. That's what I love about British media. It's like not overt racism, you know. It's like, I caught on the same channel right after that. Dam Busters. Do you know the story of Dam Busters? Yeah. Fucking heroic story. They had bouncing bombs killing Nazis. Amazing. But you know, the squadron that did it, they had a mascot. Yeah, they had a mascot. It was a black Labrador. And yeah, they called it nigger. No, for real. That wasn't meant to be. This is quite funny. That's funny. Very funny. Sorry. Sorry. That could have got very awkward. But it gets awkward for us black people too, right? Because we have kids. So we have kids with white people, and then we have kids that are mixed, right? So my friend George, he's got a 6-year-old, and this kid's mixed, and he listens to a lot of urban music, right? And then also there's a lot of, not radio versions, so there's a lot of rapping that goes on in there. There's a lot of N-bombs that get dropped, and he's rapping along, and this kid goes, oh, Dad, you used N-bombed. That's a bad word. He goes, it's alright, son. I can say it. I'm one of them. He goes, oh, so does that mean I can say it? He goes, oh, I don't know. So the next day, his older sister's in the car. She's rapping along, and she N-bombs, and he goes, oh. Can I say it? He goes, oh. Okay, you can say it one time a day. One time a day. So he's putting him to bed the next night. He's all excited. Dad, can I say it? He goes, alright, okay. He goes, good night. He's like, good night, my big, black, fat, bald nigga! Oh, I felt it a little bit. Didn't have a bit day. That's not how he thought it was going to go down. He was like, you know what? I don't think we're going to do this anymore. Let's put that in the lunch, right? Next night, put him to bed. Good night. He's like, good night, Daddy. He's like, good night. He's like, good night what? He goes, looks up to him and goes, you know what? True story. It's amazing. I've been reading a lot, and I'm finding it's a tough time to be a white person. Yeah. If you're a heterosexual male in white, whew, your days are numbered. But I found a hero for you, ladies and gentlemen. I found a hero in the most unlikely of places. Yeah. In the nation of Islam. Yeah, that's right. Have you heard of the Prophet Muhammad? Yeah. You know, he's described, and I quote, as being white with a reddish tinge. Sounds like a ginger. That's why you never see a picture of him. White power. Okay, here we go. All right, so kids these days are really getting into some things. I don't know if you heard about this thing called bagpiping. Oh, sorry. We're in Scotland here. Oh, you know bagpiping, but have you heard about bagpiping? Right? What these kids are doing is they're fucking armpits. Armpits in America. It's unbelievable. There's a case of crabs going around universities because people are fucking armpits. Unbelievable. It's more, obviously, of course it would have to be in America, but the same sect of people they're called Mormons, right? Because they believe like fornication is sin. You know? So the people who do the armpits aren't the real daredevils. You know? The ones that go daredevil, those are the ones who go soaking. 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 It's exactly that. It's when the gentleman ducks his dick in the vagina and just leaves it there because pumping is fornication. That's sin. You can't do that. Right? So what they do is they get a friend. They go, yo, John, come over here. And they get him to come and jump on the bed with him. John, jump up and down. And he makes the friction. And this is called a Mormon friction, called jump humping. I'm telling you, no lies, you can Google this. You can imagine what my search history is like in my house. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah, but I can't judge them. I was young once. I did stupid things. I used to believe you want to smell good at all times, everywhere. When I say everywhere, ladies and gentlemen, I mean everywhere. I used to cock back my hood and spray some from the toilet on there. It used to sting. And I would do it all. Yeah, exactly. You get what I'm saying? And I used to do it. I did it all the time until the first time that I got some head. And then I realized I should never do that ever again. But funnily enough, I became a dad through all the trials and tribulations. Any dads here in the building? How old were you when you first got caught out by the vagina, sir? Gentlemen, good hand. 17? Wow, you're full-out gamers. That's to be desired. I was 36. But yeah, I was 36 when my first one popped out. Yeah. But by the time I was 40, someone better than that. No, alright, I'm sorry. I'll be listening to 29. That's kids play. But that's pretty good though. I'll run a report 29. There you go. Solidarity. No, I was 36. But by the time I was 40, I had 4 of the fuckers. That's right. No. I had a lockdown surprise of twins. Yeah. When the nurse told us everybody was crying, everybody for different reasons. So there I was, 4 kids, not married, so my mom was, giving me some hints. My mom, my missus, was giving me some winks. Then my kids, going next further, giving me some kicks. So I decided, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take the plunge. Anal. I was on a 4-year losing streak. What else can I do? Yeah? But joke was on me, because turns out that evening, when she came in, she busted in the room, Misty Smoke was all sexy, and she came in with a strap on. I don't think this is what I was thinking. I'm sorry for people who go to church. But don't worry, I'm going to run it up pretty quickly here. So it's quite interesting. Assimilating life here in the United Kingdom. There's not much of you guys do here that we do in Africa. You know, you guys got like holidays. A lot of holidays you guys got. They're like even bank holidays. But some of us in Africa are lucky to have working banks. The other thing you guys do is Halloween. We don't do Halloween in Africa because magic was real. That's right. Walk around as a dead person, not the last time walk around anywhere, I can assure you of that. Yeah. When I first came here, everybody walking around getting sweeties dressed as ghosts. It's like, oh, give them sweeties stuff. So I ran straight home. I said, Dad, let's get some makeup. Get some sheets, get some zombies, go get these sweeties, come on, Dad! And I just look him straight and goes, what? You want me to dress up as the dead person? Are you mad? Are you crazy? I was like, Dad, stop talking like that. Stop talking like words! I don't want no wahala in this house. Understand? No wahala, Jesus. Jesus, please. I said, Dad, please, stop talking like that. Because my dad's white.
Short meet everyone! Before we finish up, it's one I've got a moral quandary for Sean. Sean, I have a friend. I've got a friend who constantly uses the phrase half caste. Right, okay. And I'm constantly saying to him, you can't use it. Is that right? You can't use it?
Well, it depends.
Right, okay. Half caste. They use the phrase half caste, and I keep saying to them, look, mate, you can't say it anymore, it's not a thing. You need to use the phrase mixed race.
Well, yes and no.
Yes.
Because half caste is a caste of people. So if you go to Zimbabwe, you go to Arcadia, they're half caste. And so they don't see it as it's not like niggas, right, where you guys are made up, as far as I understand it. But yeah, I understand why people say it's mixed, but half caste is like you go to Cape Town, those are like Cape colours, and those are the colours.
Fuck, you've ruined this joke. I was hoping you'd say no, that's wrong. Because I've got a friend. I should have just let him go off the stage, right? I genuinely thought, get to the back of the bus. Right, no, I genuinely thought that Sean would have backed up in this and I could have made what would have been, in hindsight, a hilarious anecdote. But he fucked it, and the great thing about that is that I can make another 10 minutes now. So then off you go, Sean. Sean, read everyone! I had a friend that used to use the phrase half caste, and I said, you can't say that anymore, you need to say mixed race. And he was like, no, it's fine. And I went, no, you can't say half caste. It's gone, it's in the past. You have to say mixed race. And he went, alright then. And he said, you roll 3 on a 20-sided dice, and you can only mixed race the teleport spell, and half of your party are sent into safety. Because it doesn't work with Dungeons and Dragons people, right? Apparently, you can half cast. 4 people got it. That was about magic, casting this, fuck. I genuinely thought you went there with the Doctor Who thing, and I thought, this is fucking gold.
Get off the stage!
Get off the stage. Thank you very much. I didn't go, my next time, having somebody say the stage after your poorly timed Dungeons and Dragons. There's a reason I had to adopt children. Guys, I just want to give a big shout out to all the acts that you saw tonight. First off, you saw Hadden O'Hara.